Wow, how did you pick Pyledriver? I'd have backed him at evens to come last, says Gaz. Well, picking Pyledriver at 33 to 1 for my members and to win the King George was actually quite a simple decision, to be honest. He's a horse that I backed him last year. The members backed him at 10 to 1 to win the Coronation Cup. So we already have him down as a proper Group 1 winning mile and 4 horse. So I know the horse inside out. And in any race, you have to start with the top of the market. Now, who was at the top of the market here? You had Westover, the Irish Derby winner, and Emily Upjohn, the horse that was very unlucky not to win, or seemingly unlucky not to win the Oaks. Now, I wasn't really bowled over with any of them, to be honest. I don't think the Oaks was a particularly strong race. And Emily Upjohn, sure, she was unlucky, but Frankie came there and she didn't win. And the horse that did win failed to do anything in the Irish Derby. And the Irish Derby itself, that Westover did win, he was the hot favourite for this King George. You know, Piz Badil, who finished second in the Irish Derby, I just said to myself, if you put Pyledriver in that Irish Derby off level weights against Piz Badil, he would have done exactly the same thing that Westover did, if not even done it even easier than Westover did. Westover had the run of the race. I don't think the Epsom Derby was particularly strong form. They were spread out all over the Epsom Downs. And I don't think the Irish Derby was particularly strong form. I don't think the Oaks was particularly strong form. And I thought the figures were a little bit overinflated. So that led me to the Arc winner, Torquedor Tasso, Pyledriver, and Broome. Now, I think that Pyledriver is better than Broome. Broome has been around the block a million times. He's a good, solid stayer. And the German horse is solid. I thought he'd run a nice race. I thought he was a little bit of a danger. And then you've got Mishrif, who I was confident would run a good race, but wouldn't quite stay because he's more of a mile and 2 horse. So we've got Westover, who I don't like, the 3-year-old. You've got Emily Upjohn, who I don't like, the other 3-year-old. Now, bear in mind that 3-year-olds also have only won 5 out of the last 22 renewals of the King George. So 3-year-olds have already got a pretty moderate record in this race. Older horses, generally speaking, do better in it. So Mishrif doesn't stay. I think that Broome is not quite as good as Pyledriver. So after that, you're left with Pyledriver and Torquedor Tasso, the Arc winner. Now, I know that the Arc winner is better on soft ground, On top of that, Pyledriver has already won at Ascot over a mile and 4. He won the King Edward a couple of seasons ago at Royal Ascot, so he's unbeaten at Ascot. I knew that he would stay. I knew that he'd be trained brilliantly by William Muir. William Muir left a quote in the Racing Post. He was really confident about him, and he was 33 to 1. It made no sense